Hi my loves, thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be on all of the products that I've used up here lately. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. All right, so I don't have just a whole lot, but I just thought I'd come in and show you what I do have. I'm gonna start off with all of the makeup items, and the first thing that actually took me forever to finish is the High Beam Benefit highlighter. This is it, and it actually works really good. And when you open it up, it looks like a fingernail polish, and the shade is really pretty. I've got something on the back of that hand. Let me just kind of show you what it looks like on this hand. So the way that I basically used it was I would apply it and then go over it with a powder highlighter, but it does, as you can see, it is a bit light for my skin tone, but once you pair it with a deeper highlighter, I was always able to accomplish some pretty looks with it. So use that up. All right, so next I have this NYX Highlight and Sculpt concealer thingamajig. I didn't like this one. I found the coverage to be very minimal, and the color was a bit off, and I just didn't like it. I definitely wouldn't repurchase it. It could be operator error. If you've used this before and it worked for you, if you can share any tips with me about what could have gone wrong, please let me know. But yeah, this is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight, and I didn't like it, wouldn't repurchase. All right, the next item on my list is by Bare Minerals, and let me read this long name to you. This is the Skin Longevity Vital Power Infusion. It says empower, replenish, renew, and fortify, and it's got the skin medic technology. All right, and it says it's powered by Long Life Herb, California Poppy, and Lipin Yang Ginger Extract. So there really wasn't that much in the bottle, but I found this serum to be really hydrating. You are supposed to apply it on your face and neck after you cleanse your face, and it does leave your face soft and really supple feeling. Now, will I buy the larger size? Probably not. I don't feel as though this does anything more than the products that I already use. I do like the ingredients that they have in it. To me, it is on the pricier side, and that's just in comparison to the products that I already use, but I did enjoy using it. All right, so next I have a moisturizer, and this is the Gold Bond Ultimate Hydrating Cream, and it says Radiance Renewal Cream Oil. It has coconut, cocoa butter, and African shea butter. It says exfoliates and moisturizes, and this is it. This stuff is really good. I got this probably a year ago from Influencer, and the texture is really thick and rich. And so if you have really dry skin and you like really thick moisturizers, I would say check this one out. Will I repurchase it? I probably will if I can find it on sale. If not, I won't repurchase this one. All right, so the next one is kind of like a little sample size. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off. Everybody's familiar with this. I had like a million of these little things. You know how when you buy things from Sephora and Ulta and Macy's and you get all these samples? Well, I had at one point in time, I know at least 10 of them, and I think this is the last bottle that I have floating around the house. So this is good. And I think that everybody loves this. I don't think that there's not one person that doesn't like the Clinique Take the Day Off. If you don't, please let me know. I'd love to hear why. But will I get some more? I hope to get my hands on some more of these little babies. This next one is tea tree oil, and I've talked about tea tree oil in previous videos of mine. It's a good antiseptic. It fights bacteria and fungus and, you know, all that stuff. If you can use it to disinfect your counters or whatever, you know. I like to put it in a spray bottle and put a couple of drops of the oil in there and use that as a disinfectant around the house. You know, again, you can use it so many different ways, but will I repurchase it? Yes. yes, I will. All right, this next one is a eyelash glue, and this is by Eye Envy, and this is the Super Stronghold Eyelash Adhesive. And I liked it, but here lately I've been, and don't cringe when I tell you this, I've been using hair glue to put on my eyelashes. I know, don't cringe, but with the eyelash, and I don't recommend that for anybody to do that. So I'm saying, please don't use hair glue to put on your eyelashes. But I just find that for me, it's easier to take off. The lashes are easier to take off than with the traditional eyelash glue, because I don't know why that is. It seems like the hair glue would be harder to take off than these. But anyway, I won't be repurchasing this, although it did work really well. And it does have like a, okay, let's see, the applicator is like a little brush. Okay, so it makes for easy application. So yeah. All right, so the next one that I have is a body wash, and this is by Marc Jacobs Oh Lola. This scent is one of my favorite scents. Actually, I have this shower gel and I have this lotion. Both of these are by Marc Jacobs, and I've talked about both of these scents previously on my channel. These are I have three scents that are actually my all-time favorites, and this is a shower gel, this one is a shower gel, and this one is a lotion. But I'll just go ahead and talk about this one first. Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh, and this scent is very light. It's not sweet, but it's very light and fresh, like the name, and I really enjoy it. And once it mixes in with my body chemistry, it's a very nice and pleasant scent. And Oh Lola is nice as well, but it's a fresh scent as well, but it has just a little bit of fruitiness added to it, just a little bit. But I love these two fragrances. Now, as far as Cabaret, I've talked about this scent before on my channel as well, and this is the type of scent where when you first spray it, I'm just going to talk about the cologne, but when you first spray the cologne, it is very strong and can be offensive to most, but once it settles into the skin, it's really pretty. One of my friends said that she purchased the scent, and when she first smelled it, she was like, oh, it stinks. What did Bridget recommend? And her husband, I think, if I'm not mistaken, her husband didn't like it either. But then after it settled and they smelled it later, it smelled really good. And that's how this scent is. I don't know if you all have any type of fragrances that are like that are just really strong and offensive when you first spray it, but then once it settles into your body and your body chemistry, you're like, oh, that smells good. Because when I was working and I would wear this fragrance, spray it on, and then by the time I got to work, when I would pass people by, they'd be like, oh, you smell so good. So yeah, just if you decide to get, and this is an old fragrance, it's like ancient. I don't even know what year. If I can figure out what year this came out, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, but it's an old fragrance. But yeah, if you ever want to try this one, just know that it's gonna be offensive when you first spray it. All right, and let's see, I have a mineral, what is this? The writing is so bad, so small I can't see. This is the Mineralized Foundation, Loose Foundation, and it has taken me forever to finish this. You can even look at the bottle and tell the container. I don't even think that they make the containers like this anymore. I don't know, I have to check. But this is by MAC, and I really enjoyed using this Mineralized Foundation. I felt that the coverage was incredible, and the way that I would always wear it was once I applied my regular liquid foundation, then I would set it with this, and it always gave just a beautiful velvety look. Would I repurchase it? Yes, I would, if they still sell it. Like I said, I'm not even sure if they still sell this, but this is a beautiful mineralized loose foundation. All right, and the next one that I have is a instant eye makeup remover. This one is a second purchase, and I've since used up this bottle. This is by Sephora. Sephora really does have some great products, and I just find that a lot of people don't really give it a lot of love as I feel as though it deserves. But This is a really good eye makeup remover, and would I repurchase? Definitely. All right, so this next one is a liquid hand soap, and this is by SmartLink. My husband bought this, came home with this, and this is, it says liquid hand soap smells like a blossom, and the fragrance is incredible. And I also like that you can use just a little bit and you are going to get lots of suds, you know, all of that action going on. I think what I most enjoyed about this is the fragrance. It is very strong. You can smell it. So if you are kind of sensitive to scents and you don't like for your hand soaps to be, you know, overly powering, I would probably stay away from this one. And it was only $1. So yeah, this is some really good soap. All right, so this next one has taken me forever to use up, and this is by Japonesque, and this is the makeup brush cleanser. This is really good. You only need a little bit of it, and it smells really nice. I bought this a while ago from Ulta, and I repurchased it, and I've since used up the second bottle. And like I said, you only need a little bit of it, and I'm not even sure if they still sell it. When I purchased it the second time, I got it off of Amazon, so I'm not even sure if they still sell it there. If they do, I will put it in the link below. But after you use your brushes, and it just kind of depends on when you do your major brush cleaning. So after I've used my brushes, just squirt a little, and then, you know, rub it off on a towel. And at the end of the week, that's when I would pretty much do my major heavy duty brush cleaning, if you will. But yeah, I really like this. And this brand, are they still in Ulta? I don't think that they're in Ulta anymore. I'm not sure. I have to look on their website. Seems like I don't see them anymore. I used to see their brushes, just all kinds of products, but don't see them anymore. All right, so this next one is a eye cream, and it's all about eyes, and this is just a little sample, and this is supposed to prevent puffiness and dark circles. And I talked about this cream a couple of videos back, and it really does help with puffiness, because in the morning sometimes my eyes can be pretty puffy. So if you have that problem, I feel as though this helps with that. Will I repurchase? I'll probably see if I can find another sample size, because it took forever to even get through this, because you just need a little bit of it. But this is a really good product by Clinique. All right, and lastly, I have two fragrances, and these are my husband. These two are colognes that he has since used up, and the first one is by VIKTOR&ROLF, and this is the Spicebomb Extreme, and it comes in a bottle like this. Please don't ask me where this cap is. Okay, I don't know. I know why my husband can, by the time he finishes his cologne, you know, we just don't know where the cap is anymore. And the cap is just, it's nothing major, but with the cap it just looks like a grenade. And this cologne is very spicy. It's not a real strong, you know, pungent, heavy type of smell. It's very spicy, so and very woodsy. So if you like the spicy, woodsy type of scents, you would definitely like this guy. I think that it is more on the romantic, seductive side of the fragrance smell, and I say that because of the spicy notes in the fragrance. But this is a really good one. Now, would I repurchase, or would he repurchase? You know, he's funny about that. It's like after he wears a cologne, he doesn't want to repurchase it. It's like for him, it's time to move on to the next thing, and I'm like, huh? But anyway, so he said he would not repurchase it, only because he doesn't repeat fragrances, and that's not because, and it's not because he didn't like it. But this is very nice. All right, and the last one that he's used up, and please don't ask me where the top is. Please don't ask me that man. But anyway, this is Versace Eau Fraiche, and I know I'm butchering the name, but this one is a very soft and fresh scent. This one almost it almost smells as though it could be a unisex cologne. So it is very fresh as well. It does have a hint of spice to it, but it's very light and mild. Okay, again, this is not anything that is offensive. Now, he wouldn't repurchase it, but I plan on repurchasing this one for him because of the way it smells. It's just a really, it's very, how do I put it? It's not one of those scents where, you know, manly type of scents. You want your man to smell like a man. Not to say that this is going to make him smell like a girl or a lady or anything like that, but it's just softer, you know, a very soft, pleasant, fresh scent. And it does have just a hint of spice undertones to it, but love this fragrance. So that's pretty much it. Those are all of my empties, and you know, it takes so long to use up a lot of this stuff, especially when you keep bringing stuff inside of the house. So I'm not sure when I'll have another empties video, but I can tell you I am definitely diligently working on using up this stuff in my house so I can get back with you all with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until my next video, smooches.